so it's looking a little bit more complete. Alrighty, so now we're going to start working on a little bit of the framework here. Got the motor mount portions of it, or the shaft for the main shaft. We got some of these components out, some bearings, just kind of getting everything out, all the connecting plates, all the support plates, everything here. So we're going to start going, getting that. We have the one plate on here. This one's going to go up into here. So we're not going to bore you with putting everything on. But again, just kind of like I did before, we lay everything out. And then as the parts and pieces get less, it gets easier to figure out. But I do have my manual here, just kind of referring to that, making sure I know where everything's going. But so far, everything is going very well. Parts and pieces are fitting together exactly as they're supposed to. And even the machining on this is just, again, the branding. I know I've said it before, but the branding here on every piece, the quality, the hardware, I'm just pretty impressed. So can't wait to get this thing flying and get it going. All right, so here we have the side frame pieces going together. You can see how the main shaft is going to go down there, and the blocks are going to hold that all into place. So pretty much put this together with the one side frame. Everything goes together real nice. We have the tail blocks here that are going to go into place. And then once we get all these pieces on, we'll put the other side frame on and it'll lock everything in. So, but you can just kind of get an idea of here how this goes together and what goes where. Again. Alrighty, basic frame set done. Get a good look of how everything kind of mounts in here. Again, fit and finish on this has just been, I've said it many times, but it's pretty spectacular. So for, you know, newer heli coming out, sometimes there's more issues, manufacturing issues, but I have found zero on this thing so far. Very happy. All right, these little guys here, kind of hard to see, but they hard to see sometimes where they go in the manual. But we got those guys in here now. Belt tensioners are in. And now we're going to put the battery strap parts in. So there's a little taper piece on one end, not on the other end. So you can see the whole thing. So the taper is going to go to the front. That way when you put your battery in. So this goes up underneath here like this. And we'll secure that. It's usually somewhere around here where you want to make sure if the frame hasn't been completely tightened up, but you want to make sure everything's square, everything is tight the way it's supposed to, because you want to make sure the main shaft drops in nice and smooth. And oddly enough, it's pretty funny. The fit and finish on this heli is so good that just tightening this up, I just went along as I was building and tightening and securing and Loctiting. I just went to drop the main shaft in here and it drops right through both, like super like butter. It's pretty impressive. So I'm liking that. So we're starting to look a little bit more like a heli now. We're gonna get back to getting some of the extra parts put on here. Upper part of the frame basically done. Bearing blocks are in place. Some of the servo mounts are in place now. So it's looking a little bit more complete. We're going to move on now to start working on some of the tail section to get this in, and then we come back to do the lower frames, gears, things like that. So that's it for this portion of the frame. You can actually see here, just looking for the back side here.